Hey everybody, welcome to the Tesla Life episode 8 for May 24th, 2017. My name is Russell Frost. I am your host this week and very glad to have with me three of my favorite Tesla people. Let's introduce them and get things going. Did I do like 2 or 1? Or, I need like a sign that says art major, not so good with the math. Let's introduce him, my co-host, my partner in crime on the Tesla Life, the co-founder of the show, Mr. Mark Coughlin.
Hello, everybody, and yes, it's 3. I'm keeping up with it, Russell. It's okay. It's all right.
Is that it's like one of those Canada-Europe things where it's like it's different in the U.S. It's defense with an S. It's defense with a C. It's labor.
Drop
with
the O, keep the O, that kind of thing.
Bordeaux spelled the easy way. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Thank you very much. And next to him, at least on my screen, is our friend, Mr. Tony Schaefer.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for letting me crash your party, your little Tesla party.
You have to send Chelsea $1 every time you say that.
What? Tesla?
Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah. I know. I was thinking about that. As soon as I said it, I was thinking, yeah, isn't that what Chelsea always says? Yeah.
I think that was always what Chelsea said. It was kind of cute that you brought that in. And speaking of kind of cute, he owns 2 Teslas. He's got 2 more on order. Otherwise, he's a horrible pain in the ass. Dr. Evan Fusco.
I live for the pain in the ass part, really. But it's good to be on, guys.
Thank you so much for spending your evening with us here. Well, we've got some fun news this week, and I get to kick it off. Yay, me! So what I'm going to do here is we're gonna watch a little 30-second video, and
there'll be a test at the end, so everyone pay attention.
There will be a test at the end. Yes. Whoa! Hey, stop that! Wow, the screen just went like out of control. It's too big. There we go. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So this is my exciting contribution for the week, and my little favorite bit, not necessarily news, but nonetheless, totally awesome. And we'll explain why it's totally awesome in a second. And look at that old Volkswagen truck. It's moving almost silently. What? It must just be rolling backwards, right?
It's downhill.
Right? Yeah, it's downhill. It's just.
He didn't even start it.
It's just in neutral or something.
Probably gonna get hit by a car in traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Schmucked right on the street.
Driving this way.
Yeah, I just had a Office Space flashback right
there.
But
wait for it.
Whoa!
Yes, that is a Tesla Model S power pack and drivetrain powering that Volkswagen truck.
Wow,
Vanagon.
Impressive.
Yeah.
It's I can't imagine why somebody would do this, and I don't even care. I'm just happy they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's bright yellow. It has got to be the god awful ugliest thing I've ever seen, but nonetheless, it's very cool to see it suddenly burn rubber heading off into the distance, thanks to what was probably a scrap. Obviously was a scrap Model S powertrain and battery pack. So, cheers to them. I don't. It doesn't really say. This was from Mike Hoffman at EV.network.
I'm pretty impressed they got that all to work. I don't know if they had to bypass some of the computer control systems.
It's a very interesting video. The video itself is an hour, and it gets techie at times. I mean,
the actual construction video, yeah. They kind of explained the hurdles and what they had to do and how. And I don't know exactly, but some Tesla requires some components to be up front, and then they had to send off to have parts. What died? Actually, parts had to be handmade to fit things in, and I mean it's crazy.
Somebody went to, and of course, they beat VW to the street by about a decade.
Wow, Mark, you're on fire tonight. I'm sorry, that was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, there's the Volkswagen EV that the Volkswagen's not going to make, but this guy made it.
Okay. So a deep little secret of mine. I have this, for some reason, this love of old Ford trucks, and I'm talking like early '60s. The classic old farm trucks.
You've really kept this a good secret.
I know, right? But the ones with the the hood that comes up to almost like a point, and the big round headlights, and just I don't understand why. I had an uncle, probably because an uncle of mine had one who was restoring it, and when I got my Prius and EVs, learned about stuff, and so for now about what's been about 14 years, I've just so desperately wanted to get one of those old trucks and just make an EV out of it and just retrofit it, much like what they did.
So all I can see is the first time you hit the accelerator, parts just start flying off as you accelerate down the road.
If I built it, yeah. No, not one of those. No, not those ugly things.
Not one of those?
No. You have to go farther back.
Well, you said 60s. I just Googled 60s Ford truck.
I don't know.
Must be 50s then.
Must be 50s.
He's talking about the one with the very rounded fronts.
Yes.
I think there's one
and I mean, this is one of my lottery dreams, right? So it wouldn't be with the antiquated dashboard and the stick. I mean, it would be totally redone. It's just the outside would look like one of these classic old trucks,
like one of these 50s guys here.
Yeah, wow, maybe even farther back.
What are we talking about here? I mean,
how about that yellow one?
Researching
No.
this, obviously.
The yellow one in the middle with the teeth,
or the yellow, or the white one, second one from the right. That one. Yeah, that kind of style. The red and black one, yeah. Whatever that is.
That's got to be like, that's 4,000 pounds of Detroit steel there without the motor and the powertrain.
Okay.
Tony, this is what your truck would look like.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You would be rolling electrons on everyone.
Is that a smoke? It literally has a smokestack.
And it's literally black near the smokestack.
Yeah. I think those tires cost more than the truck.
Yeah, or they're worth more.
Yeah, but I admire what they've done. It becomes one of those things of, why would you take a Tesla motor and put it in a Volkswagen van again? And my answer is, if you have to ask why, you don't understand.
Absolutely. I agree. This is an emotional thing. It's one of those visceral things. There's no logic to it. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. This was like 2009. I was visiting a shop in Palo Alto, a secret EV development workshop, and they had the motor from an EV1, and they were putting it in a Ducati Monster frame. Okay, which is completely insane. I mean, I have no idea what the range would be, but for whatever the range was, that would be a demonically fast vehicle. So yeah. I like that kind of stuff. I think it's fun. Well, let's talk about something a little more mainstream. Let's talk about something that's encouraged by the manufacturer, by Tesla. Evan, I bet you have something to say.
I got a little bit to say, and I think it's interesting for speculation purposes of what is Tesla thinking? What are they trying to do? And if anyone watched the last time I was on, I mentioned that the current referral period ended, I believe, in like June 15th or something. Well, kind of caught people by surprise. About a week ago, all us owners got a email about a change in the referral program that now if someone uses your referral code, not only do they get the $1,000 off that they used to get, they also will get unlimited lifetime supercharging, which is if folks will recall, in mid-January they discontinued the unlimited free supercharging, and it became limited to something like 4,000 miles worth of charging, and then after that you'd have to pay a relatively nominal fee, but you had to pay per charge. So that was kind of interesting that they threw that out there. And then there's the prizes that you get for referrals. But I just thought it was more interesting that they kind of midstream changed the referral rewards for the buyer, and that they kind of threw the supercharging in there. And we know that they're still bleeding money for Model 3 production. So it certainly seems like this is at least in part, incentive to try to really encourage people to jump up to Model S or Model X instead of waiting for the Model 3, which they know they're not going to be able to deliver 400,000 units that are reserved in any kind of realistic 1-year time frame. And two, to try to get a little insurgence of money into the system that they desperately need to keep the Model 3 production online. And then finally, I think, at least I have, and I think others have speculated that perhaps one of the things that they're going to use as a differentiator between Model S and Model 3 is that perhaps they're going to reintroduce the unlimited lifetime supercharging to Model S and not to Model 3, where Model 3 will be purely pay as you go, or maybe 1,000 miles worth of supercharging or something when you buy it. But then after that, it's pay as you go. So encourage people to continue to pay the premium to get the luxurious, bigger, better, faster, more technologically advanced Model S.
And didn't they also, wasn't there like a retrofit for anyone that bought an S or an X between mid-January and now? They also got the free supercharging?
Yeah, I think so. And honestly, I only saw transiently the discussion of that. It certainly looks like a lot of people that called to check found out that they did get that added back on. So definitely seems like they're kind of moving in that direction. And we're getting more and more clues of the things that they're trying to do to create some separation between Model 3 and Model S. Someone posted a picture, it's not one of our stories this week, of a Model 3 that was supercharging, and we learned that the charge door is larger, kind of not quite as elegant as the one that's on the Model S. It opens upward and it's manual only, whereas on the Model S, if you push the button on the charging wand, it pops the door open for you, and so you don't have to like push it or anything.
And does it sigh?
Anything pedestrian like that?
Right, exactly.
Actual physical labor.
Is it like Hitchhiker's Guide? Does it open up and go,
That would be awesome. You know what? You should tweet that to Elon, and I bet he would add that on there.
Hey, have
He already
a
has.
fabulous charge. You're looking awesome.
So it's kind of my job to point out the obvious on here. Let me point out the obvious, which is, in some senses, the enormous amount of money that Tesla has put into the supercharging network pays off at a time like this, because they can dangle it in front of potential owners, whether additional owners or new owners, and go, look, we don't offer supercharging for life anymore, but you can still have this benefit. Mm-hmm. Nobody else can do that. I mean, somebody else can say, yeah, you can charge for free at charge point or something, but that requires a whole other bunch of crap to go through, and cards and memberships and all of this. Mm-hmm. Whereas Tesla's network is Tesla's network. And I'm guessing, Evan, you just go when you plug your car in, right?
Yep. Just plug in.
And it recognizes your car, so it then charges.
Yeah, right, exactly. So all of the charging stations are connected by 3G or LTE or whatever, and as soon as you plug in, they know you're charging, and that's how they can send the notifications. If you've lingered too long after your car is fully charged, they actually start charging you for hogging the spot if all the other spots are taken and things like that. One other little tidbit that came out of this, I don't know how significant, and actually now that I look at it, it's gone. But one of the bonus, so if you get one referral, the prize, and I'm sure some people will be thrilled with it, you get one of the little electric kids Model S's is your prize for one referral. For two, you get early access to the solar roof, which isn't really a great prize if you don't want a solar roof, but if you do, I guess it's good. If you sell three, you get the arachnid rims, which are the ones I got and actually just sold this morning to somebody else. And number
Wait,
So you need another set. That's what you're saying.
That's what
No, I don't. You know what? I got tired of. I don't really care about rims very much. It's just not one of my things. And
you
it was
replace it with
killing.
spinners.
Yeah, it was killing my energy efficiency, so I wasn't happy. So before you get the new Powerwall Founder Series Powerwall 2, which is very cool and would love to have that. But 5, you get an invitation to the Tesla semi-truck unveil event. And when this initially came out, it actually had the specific date of September 28th. And I'm looking at it now, and it just says this September. But I clearly remember seeing September 28th. So mark your calendars for a special show if you want to on the Tesla semi-truck reveal event for that day.
Elon will be driving that thing with donuts around the parking lot.
Right. So that's a Thursday. September 28th is a Thursday.
Yeah, he does them weird times, and it'll be at midnight our time. But
yeah. So if you get 6, do you get a free trip to Mars?
no, you don't get any extra bonus credit, anything's. Unless I'm honestly not sure after 5. I don't think you get any bonus after that. Yeah, it's a maximum 5 referrals per owner.
What do you have to do? I want to be on the landing pad when they land one of those rockets. How many do I have to refer?
Well, you see, it's 6 to get to Mars, and it's 7 to get home.
Back. Okay, got it.
So here's the deal. You can get pretty close. So what they have is they have a drawing for every qualifying referral that you get, they have a drawing, and one referrer wins a ludicrous P100D S or X and a private tour of the SpaceX headquarters in Los Angeles. And then 5 referrers win a tour of the 4 SpaceX headquarters in Los Angeles, or a tour for 4 of the SpaceX headquarters in Los Angeles. So that's about as close as you get. You got to win a lottery for that.
I think if you keep scrolling down too, if you get 20 referrals, the Boring Company drills a private road from your house to your work. Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem like such a bad deal in some ways. I might be for that. But yeah, it's just maybe the medieval guy in me talking right now, like the secret escape plan. Well, speaking of secret escape plans, I have no idea.
My referral code is.
Oh yeah, let's definitely. I'm sorry.
Right
go
there.
Evan, here. Present.
See me? Yeah, there I am.
Here we
right
go.
There. It's hard to read, but basically it's the ts.la/Evan4452, and that'll save you $1,000 in free supercharger for life.
Were you the 4,452nd Evan?
44. That's
probably there's probably a lot more better Evans ahead of me.
That's his IQ, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or was that your SAT score? You know, Evan, I'm just curious. Actually, before I hand this off to Mark, can a non-Tesla owner participate in the referral program?
Nope. This is purely a Tesla ambassador
right.
type.
So I couldn't get in there and start sponging, referrals.
No, and a lot of people, and there's actually at the very bottom of that a good faith thing that a lot of people ignore. 'Cause, man, they go nuts trying to win those referrals and posting YouTube videos and stuff. And I other than this, I don't really kind of push it too hard. I think
that was a double finger point though.
Yeah,
right. Yes, it was a
one
over
finger
there.
was private, 2 fingers is commercial.
I could, I could.
What about this? Is this?
That's a different one.
Yeah,
that's a different one.
I really could, honestly. I could foresee people going to showrooms and talking to people either as they're walking in or walking out and saying, "Hey, if you use my code, you'll get $1,000 off. All you have to do is use this code," and then and basically doing it that way.
You stand like the people in Las Vegas flicking their business card, referral code. You need a referral code?
There you go.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, those, they're so annoying.
They are. But I definitely try to be a person that the whole program's going to go away if it gets abused too much, and I don't want to see it get abused. So I've sold a lot of Teslas. I've made a lot of referrals that I didn't get any rims for, tiny electric cars or anything else over the years, and that's not what it's about. at least for me.
And
But
why
it's nice. It's nice to get something. I've got the leather. Honestly, the leather bag I got means a lot more to me than the $8,000 rims did. So because I can carry that around and I could talk to people about it and be an advocate for the program.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Evan, for that referral code. Once again, it's Evan4452 ts.la/Evan4452. Let's help Evan get a nice prize because he'll share it with all of us.
So
if I get it, I will wedge myself into that little electric car and drive it around and post the video here.
No, Evan. Remember what happened last time you wedged yourself into a small vehicle and drove around? Let's not go there again, please. Mark, save us. Save
I want to talk a little bit about the Tesla stock price. There's been some wild speculation lately from a number of different outlets about what is going to happen to the price. I think it's sitting about 310 today. And Russell, that's the other one I'm going to go into later. I'm starting with the there you go. So what we've got is some speculation about what's going to happen with the successful launch or the unsuccessful launch of the Model 3. So we've got speculation that there's going to be either a huge uptick or downtick based on the success or problems with the launch. And they've got this nice little stock chart at the bottom which shows you the progression of the price since 2013 to present day. And as we all well know from hindsight, back in 2013, there's certainly a sub 100 price, and today over 300. So nice little profit there for people that hung in and watched it grow. But they're saying, some of the analysts are saying that there could be such a spike that Tesla's could surge to an $80 billion company, or $500 a share, is what some of the speculation is. And then yet, just a few hours ago, I read another speculation about the stock price where they're saying, with the things that they're doing in Evan's story about adding free supercharging and bringing that back to the table to draw in people, some people are speculating that they're doing that to draw in clientele that they may be, somewhat light on the numbers, and they're trying to bring more people to the table with everything and anything that they've got to keep that plateau where it's sitting. And of course, there has been speculation as well about people with the Model 3 taking some sales away from S's because they're waiting. They're hoping to get that Model 3. Some of them had the misunderstanding that the Model 3 was the next generation. And of course, Elon, in his many posts and interviews since that point, has stressed upon that is not the case. But there is apparently some confusion out there on that. So there's two wildly different things that are going on in speculation. It'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see once the thing launches, whether it's successful or if it's in the middle or if there's some trouble, and then what happens to the high price of the Tesla stock today.
Yeah, and I think this goes right back to what we were talking about with the referral program, that I think they're trying to temper expectations and things a little bit, and try to get some of these folks that are desperate for their car to buy an S instead of waiting and being disappointed that they're not going to be able to get a Model 3 for 2 years. And there are clearly people on the list right now that are going to wait 2 years to get a Model 3. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And so once this launches, there's going to be a lot of frustrated, disappointed people that are not the early adopter types and don't understand why they have to wait.
And then there's the other thing is that Elon again is pushing out ahead of this launch that we're going to build the simplest cars first. So the Model 3 that comes out, will be the bare bones model, and that's what we're going to be pushing and out of the factory as quickly as we can in the beginning. And the people that are waiting for dual motor and extra whatevers to be added to their vehicles are going to be waiting even longer.
Right.
Yeah. I think in the grand scheme, if to ask the question, will Tesla stock reach 500? Unless they split or whatever, I think it will. It's just a question of when. That's one of the things. It's, if you're one of those people that you say, well, I better buy now because it might hit 500 by the end of the year, or by this time next year. Yeah, but I think if you're playing the long perspective, it's still a good stock, even if they don't crank out all the Model 3s they're expecting.
Well, I mean, that's sort of the definition of long-term growth too, which is not looking for short-term gains and not looking for spectacular short-term growth, but looking for long, steady growth. And unfortunately, Elon's kind of playing both sides of the fence, where he's talking about spectacular things and making pretty impressive claims, and if he can't deliver on them, sadly, it doesn't even necessarily discredit the Tesla business model per se, but it does kind of tarnish Elon a little bit. Although, dude doesn't seem to be bothered by it, does he?
Not really.
The Model S and the Model X delays, whatever, like no big deal. Shrugged it right off.
He seems to be able to wipe that tarnish off quite quickly.
Yeah. Wash that problem right out of my hair. Yes, he did.
I was going to say, do you remember when he was asking the Roadster buyers to pay more for the Roadsters because he needed more money to spin up the Model S?
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, no one else does either.
It's funny. I mean, it does seem kind of obvious. Like, obviously, if the Model 3 does well, the stock's going to react favorably, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody is that an insight that we needed an analyst and an analyst company to tell us? Like, hey, if Model 3 deliveries do good, the stock's probably going to go up because people are going to go, hey, they really can mass produce a vehicle and deliver it.
Yeah.
Just like if the truck debut is amazing and Elon shows a good price and it looks like it's going to have utility, yeah, that'll help as well. I mean,
right.
Good things help stocks, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just this, right? Tesla, they do the power wall under the Tesla nameplate, right?
Yeah.
So
well, it's Tesla Energy. Kind of a subsidiary.
Yeah. So with the Gigafactory coming up, they'll be able to manufacture more power walls that will hopefully be more markets. And I mean, honestly, when you really think about it, given their current track record of making cars, just damn sexy cars that turn you turn your head every time you see one, unless Evan's driving it, they would really, really have to screw up royally in order for people to lose faith in the Model 3 or Tesla as a company.
And I think, Russell, to your point that, if they do well with Model 3, the stock's going to do well. But I think this is sort of a step above that. It's kind of, everybody desperately wants this to be the next Apple. As crazy as that is, they want this to be massive. They want to invest their $300 in a share of stock and be able to turn around in a couple of years and say, I made $10,000 or whatever it is. So I think it's a little bigger than the average company that goes out and they're successful selling some product and they get big. They want this to be massive. They want Amazon. Everybody, investors, especially I think armchair investors, and that really want this to be a massive thing, like another Amazon, another Apple. I think the serious investors are more cautious long term, or they're just looking for that immediate bump, and so they can immediately flip the stock.
Yeah,
they're going to handle that a lot differently than the general public that really wants to find that next Amazon and get rich.
I mean. Yeah, without going down a rat hole of so if Tesla stock goes up in value, obviously that's good for Tesla. Although, why? I mean, does it materially benefit Tesla?
I think at some point it could hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess
it does get to a balloon point where it's like, okay, how big is big, and how much more can you go beyond what it is? It's almost like when Apple saturated the market with their devices at one point back, 6 years ago, and then all of a sudden it's doom and gloom that they've sold an Apple product to everybody, and there's nobody left on earth that hasn't been touched by an Apple product. Therefore, the company is, the stock is no good. So there have been these booms and busts as they go along, and putting something, a larger hype and a larger hype and a larger hype. At some point, there is going to be a knockdown. There has to be. You
Right.
can't just keep going up, 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 up. There's always a knockdown.
Yeah, again, it's I want to see Tesla do well, and I want to see Tesla grow in the long term.
Yeah,
That's I want to see them become profitable selling electric cars.
yeah. That's the end goal, and that will keep them being sustainable. This ever growing hype is not going to get to that. It's a short term thing that some people are riding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's definitely how they've helped build the company intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Elon's certainly guilty of that. Oh, I just got taken off the Tesla reservation list.
What?
You got an instant message.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Well, you wouldn't be the first.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Someone else did that already. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Mark, save me from this to talk about something else.
Another interesting article that I'll share here on screen. Just kind of a comparison of someone has charted what the Tesla build out of vehicles is compared to what happened with the Model T, the original Ford Model T. And this article outlines, is it being shared? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a chart that shows the original release in 1907 of the Model T, and then above it the 2011 release of the Tesla, and with the amounts of cars that were sold, you can see that it closely mimics what happened back in at the turn of the century with the Ford Model T. So, and even their target as to what they expect or want to happen is even a little bit more aggressive than what happened with the Model T. So, kind of a cool article from Electric that goes through some of these similarities. Basically 100 years and a little bit later. So I thought that was kind of a neat article to show what's old is new, and what is new is old again. Mm-hmm. So very interesting.
It is funny how the numbers are the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And certainly in more than a century, the country's grown. But still, those numbers are important. Those numbers have some kind of validity. That's weird.
Yeah. And you can see the 500K there in 2020 or in 1916 where it actually hit 500K with the Model T.
What, Evan? What?
It's coincidence. It's not.
It's coincidence. Well, I'm not saying there's a cause and effect. I'm not, but it is interesting that 500,000 would be a big thing for Tesla, and gosh, it was 9 years after Ford started a century.
Okay.
I think the word he used was cool. He did not say statistically significant.
Yeah. No. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not playing the numerology card here. Okay.
No, you said what did? We'll have to rewind. Can you rewind the show?
Yeah, I can't. Let's just stop everything. Humiliate you on your own, okay?
So I will say, I mean, I'm looking at this chart, and Tesla moved their target from 2020 to be 500K up to 2018. Is this still assuming that there's going to be 300,000 cars by the end of 2017? 300,000. He's still.
Yeah, well, it appears that about 2018. It looks like the chart shows about 400K.
Well, but like in the middle of 2018, There's 500.
300,000.
Now, I'm not saying that means June, July. That's just,
Yeah.
like in 2018. But still, okay. Quick poll. 2017, are they going to ship 300,000 cars?
Not gonna happen.
I honestly think that dotted line is crazy insane.
Yeah.
And it will more closely track the actual bar there that the Model T has.
Yeah.
Maybe
At
a
best.
little faster jump. 2019, maybe 2018. I call impossible. And Tesla Life number 8. I said it right here, May 24th. Quote me on that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think by the end of this year there's going to be 300K.
yeah, and yeah, that's a lot of cars. And
But keep in mind that's the 100K they've already sold, or 120K, or whatever it is currently.
Oh, is this
So
cumulative?
yep.
No, I don't know. Still.
I still think the number's not really achievable. Yeah, I would agree.
it's a very aggressive target. It's a very, very aggressive target. And if they can do it, good for them. Yeah,
It's
tough. Hey,
But
there's
they have robots. Do not underestimate the robots, or they'll come after your ass, Frost.
Speaking of robots, and I was going to say this for next week, but have you guys been tracking the bubbling up of the labor controversies at the Tesla factory?
There's been a lot more.
It's already sneering.
I've been
You know what? I've been totally ignoring it, to be completely honest. It just seems, everybody, you get big, you become a target. And I just really ignore almost all of that stuff. You're not there. You don't really know the truth. One or two people can make a hell of a scene and it not be, generalizable to the whole population.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm not alleging anything specific, but I am saying that the owner of this company, the public face of Tesla, Elon Musk, has said he wants a factory full of robots that work in the dark. That's his goal. Am I quoting him, Evan?
Probably.
Negative. Okay. I mean, that's nearly a quote. So, I mean, it's not as though, let's be clear. And Elon's a Silicon Valley guy. None of these people are big, let's celebrate human labor, the dignity of workers and all of this. These guys are the kind of people that bring in the Red Bull girls and go, hey, we want you to work 12-hour shifts. Here's free Red Bull. Okay. That's what they've done. That's how they built a lot of these companies. PayPal.
And just to be clear, Red Bull will get you a 10-hour day. The Red Bull girls get you 12-hour days.
I do think it's interesting. I will be interested to see how a lot of these allegations shake out. I don't know that it's the kind of thing that's going to hurt Elon. Let's face it. It's 2017 in the United States. If you treat your employees like crap, you're still a hero. And your shareholders love you. Over and over and over again. We don't have to look to every other. Look at Ford. Just brought in somebody who's like the executioner, for God's sakes. And they got rid of Mark Fields to bring in the guy from Steelcase. So I'm not saying Elon's necessarily bad. I may not agree with it, but from a business perspective, that's the norm. Evan's totally watching hockey or some shit.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm actually looking at. I'm looking for the story on Tesla Motors Club, but I really couldn't care less about the story. I really couldn't.
Okay. I think if Elon does have his vision of like a 98% robot workforce, and then just a few people walking around with oil cans lubricating them every once in a while, it'll be the smallest auto union ever.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's non-union now,
right? But I mean, if they unionize,
I don't know
those three people sweeping the floor, and
Does anyone see a union growing in 2017? Okay, I didn't think so.
No, I don't see a
The
union, growing for the next 3
No.
months. I don't see a
The
union growing for the next
union
3.5
of the
years.
robots will grow. That's the problem.
The robots. Yeah.
When the robots stand up and say that we're not taking this anymore, boy,
We
look,
don't
there'll
care
be a
about the
story
Red
at
Bull
that point.
girls.
There'll be a story at that point.
That was the tipping point. Skynet wanted to unionize.
Yeah.
Exactly. When the Terminator's building your car, then you'll know what's going on.
You'll know at that point.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to keep collecting data on this, and this will be on an upcoming show talking about labor relations at Tesla, because I think it's again, this speaks to the company's long-term viability, and obviously profitability, and those two things, not always necessarily, and going ahead in the same direction. So, Mark, Tony, one more thing.
One more thing.
I'm just here for the peanuts.
He's here for the penis. Did he say that really?
What?
Did you say penis?
Oh, here we go.
He's here for the penis.
Bad connection.
I have to turn. I was going to say I have to turn up my headphones. What was that? I just want to be clear because I really don't want to be involved. Okay.
I don't either anymore.
That's it. It's over.
No, no.
I'm acutely interested, Frost.
Let's say goodnight then. Evan, what's that referral code?
I don't know. It's whatever's under my thing.
Evan 4452.
Is that going to be the name of the show this week?
I got. Oh, maybe that should
down.
No, it should be. I'm just here for the penis.
That is not what I said.
I have a new ringtone for Evan.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that'll go so well with Danny's. Okay, I had to write that one down. That's good. Good one. Evan, and so nothing else other than
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Tony?
Oh, no. I just want to give a shout out to our upcoming robot warlords. I am forever your humble servant. All hail.
Absolutely. And I look forward to my participation in the Hunger Games of 2018.
There you go. There you go. And also, I'd like to say for our viewers, please follow us on Facebook at The Tesla Life, the number 1, and also on our Twitter feed, The Tesla Life. Also, please subscribe and get automatic notifications when this show starts.
Yes.
As we all do.
And you want to know when this show starts, believe me.
Of course you do, because you do not want to be left behind.
You want to be here for the live, okay. I'm not going to thank you for watching anytime, live, at later on, audio only, whatever. Thank you for that. One more time, facebook.com/the Tesla Life #1, just one, numeral 1, or at the Tesla Life on Twitter. Both good places to drop us a message, follow us, suggest us to some friends. And of course, we're here on YouTube most every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, or anytime after that. You can watch it at your leisure. That's the marvelous thing about living underneath our robot overlords, is they allow us to download, on demand shows like this. So that's all I have.
Wrap up.
That's it. Let's so I have to find it. Oh my God. Somehow I've lost it. Oh, there it is. There it is. So tune in next week and find out what's going on in the Tesla life.
Wow. Totally thought you were going to find out what drives us.
No.